Hey everyone! In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I make my own greeting cards. Specifically the A2 sized greeting cards, which when folded up is 4¼ by 5½ inches. Some things you're gonna need for this project is paper, printer, some scissors or a paper trimmer or a paper guillotine if you have it, a scoring tool, some envelopes, and optional is a cello bag if you plan on selling those, but if you're just making it for personal use, then you might not need those. Basically, I already have a ready-made greeting card design ready to go. And as you can see here, I have them saved as Clip Studio Paint files and as PNG files. But this is basically the structure. It's a portrait A2 card, so the width is 8½ inches and the height is 5½ inches, and I have the back with my logo and a bit of information about my business, and then the front is the greeting card design that I made, and I make sure I put it in a grid so I can center all of that together, and then when I'm ready I just save it as a PNG. And then we're going to take that PNG and copy and paste it into a regular 8½ by 11 inch canvas. An 8½ by 11 inch piece of paper can fit 2 A2 sized greeting cards, whether it's portrait or landscape. And now you have a piece of paper that's ready to be printed and you can make 2 greeting cards. And I use a Canon Pixma printer, so my settings might vary from the printer that you use, but these are basically what I use for all of my printing needs for stickers and greeting cards. And this is the paper that I always use for my art prints and my greeting cards. It's the Red River paper, 60-pound polar mat. It feels really nice to touch, and I wish I could tell you more, but you're just gonna have to order a sample from their website to see what I mean. But it doesn't feel like ordinary paper, I will definitely tell you that. It's got such a nice quality and I don't think I will ever not use this. So after printing, this is what the piece of paper looks like for us. It's 2 A2 sized cards ready to be cut. So what I'm going to do is get my paper trimmer and we're gonna cut this in half. When we cut it in half this way, I'm looking for the 5½ mark because that is half of 11. If you're using a regular scissor, then you can just mark the halfway point with a ruler and pencil. And there we have it, 2 separate individual cards, and now all we have to do is score them. I use this Cricut scoring tool. As you can see, it's not incredibly sharp, not enough to like stab me and hurt me, but it is, the tip is small enough to create like a nice small crease. So what I usually do is I still have my paper cutter. I just line it down that little divot where the blade usually goes and slices paper. So I'm going to line the halfway point with that mark, and then I'm just gonna run the Cricut scoring tool down the line. I'm also going to provide a link to this tool that I have in case you don't have something and you'd like to get a scoring tool yourself. So I usually run the scoring tool down the card maybe 2 or 3 times because I don't want to wear this part of the paper too much. And when you flip it over, you'll see an embossed part from where I ran the scoring tool. And basically it's done. We're just gonna fold it and that's it. So this is how the process goes with all of my greeting cards, and then after you're done folding, you're gonna take an envelope. I like to put it inside the card because I want the back of my card to show whenever I give it to people, so people can see my brand, my logo, and more about me. And then I just put these into these cello bags. They're 4.5 by 6.25. I think I got them from Temu or AliExpress, but there are also equivalents on Amazon, which I will link in the description below. And this was the optional part that I was talking about. You definitely don't need these cello bags, especially if you're planning on giving them to someone. But I package these up to sell, and it just makes them look a lot more professional. I give them to the stores that I consign like this as well, and I think it just makes it look more polished and entices people to buy. But of course, this also adds to the cost, so you're going to want to factor all of these materials that you're using into the end price. And now here's footage of me working on more cards at 10 times the speed. Well, that's it for this video, you guys. I hope this video was helpful and I was able to explain how to make A2 size greeting cards well. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to drop them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. But thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye!